So I promised you that I would make comedy videos every Wednesday, and I want to tell you a story. It's a good story. I've told the story many times, and it's a little embarrassing, as all good stories are. So way back in 2008, I was working for a company called HMS Host. They have restaurants and retail stores in airports and other travel plazas. I was working in Wolfgang Puck. It's prestigious, I know. I mean, imagine this face giving you some, caviar.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah, did you pull this out of your nose?
So I was working late. And one night I decided that, I was hungry. And the only place that was open in the airport at this hour was Burger King. That's right, Burger King at 1 a.m. So I went to BK and I ordered a big honkin' sandwich. I don't even know what I ordered. Doesn't even matter. All BK does the same thing to me, and I wasn't thinking. So I scarfed this thing down as I'm waiting for the tram. The tram that then led to the train. The train that then led me to my car, which was in a parking garage that was like a mile long, giving the sandwich that was in my belly time to percolate. Imagine walking through a crowd of people just hearing this, hoping to high heaven that the gas station down the street was open because you need a bathroom. So I make it to my car and I get in the car, I turn it on, and as soon as I sit down and turn on the car, put the belt on, the pressure from the belt shifted a few things. I was in immediate emergency mode and the airport was closed. I could not get into it. My best bet for survival was to find a bathroom in a gas station. So I booked it. I booked it faster than a librarian. All right, I made it all the way to the gas station, which was about 2 miles away. And as soon as I got there, I ran in. I was not fooling around. It was all business. I don't care if I had to spend all my money just to justify the use of the bathroom. I needed a toilet. So I ran in, and wouldn't you know it, it's under construction. No bathrooms. Wouldn't even let me go on the sidewalk. Into my car, putting the belt on, just tightening it enough, hoping that the pinch would help. So I started heading home. I was thinking, okay, I am about 20 minutes away. I can handle 20 minutes. Couldn't handle 20 minutes. I made it 2 miles more down the road, and wouldn't you know it, I stopped the car because it was an emergency. I didn't want to poop on the street, but I definitely needed to poop. So there I was, kind of in my chair, in my car, in the middle of, Minnesota, like in the middle of nowhere next to Timbuktu. And people are passing me by as I'm doing this in my chair. And praying that it'll pass. The pressure died down a little bit. Survive the onslaught of the poops. So I continue on, keep going, and make it about 5 more miles down the road, and I realize it's either the sidewalk or nothing. It's either in my pants or on the road. I see a light. It's in the distance. I see a light. And so I start booking it. I'm like going 80 and a 35. I make it to a Domino's pizza. I must have really scared the guy because he was out there smoking a cigarette, and I went from like 85 miles an hour down to 0 in 0.2 seconds. I'm talking boom! Window came down and I'm like, dude! The guy honestly sat there, saw the pain, the torture I was in, decided not to let me in. He's like, no, I can't let anyone in. No one's allowed in. I'm like, sir, you either let me into your bathroom or you're gonna be power washing your sidewalk. You've got choices. He wouldn't let me in. Of course, at that time, it started and he was sitting there watching me. So after I gave him a polite little off I went. Only this time I couldn't make it more than 5 minutes before I had to, readjust. Then I'm lost. I went down a road I'd never been on before, and I'm new to Minnesota. I just moved. So I'm going down this road filled with cornfields. And I'm starting to think these farmers could use a little extra fertilizer. Until eventually, after about 20 stops, I'm not even kidding you, counted them, me readjusting about 20 different times, I found a gas station. And this one wasn't under construction. So I parked my car. I get out of the car. I released the belt, which was a mistake. The moment I took off the belt, I'm talking gurgles. I mean, it's like wondering if I made it all this way for nothing. At least I could have helped some farmer down the road, or taught that Domino's guy a thing or two. But fortunately, it subsided just enough for me to make it into the gas station. The moment I walked in, the cashier just gave someone else the key, and they were heading to the bathroom, and there was only one. Apparently, the look on my face was so traumatic that the moment the guy that was going into the bathroom saw it, he literally gave me the key and said, "You need this more than me, brother." I made it into the bathroom, and apparently the sigh of relief could be heard throughout the place. I walked out of the bathroom feeling sweet relief. It was euphoric. This is what freedom feels like. I can conquer the world. But apparently it was such an epic poop by the time I came out and all the people that were in the store saw me leave the bathroom. I walked out to about 10 people giving me a round of applause. And in the background, all you see is the cashier just doing something like this. "You did it, buddy. Good for you." And that's my story. I threw away the underwear. Hey creatives, thank you for watching. I would love it if you were to subscribe if you haven't already. There's going to be another video coming at you this Friday. It's going to deal with creator stuff. If you want to see more stories like this on Wednesdays, comment below and let me know. So until Friday, remember to keep creating.